Hello everyone, my name is Tracy. Welcome to Stability and Mobility. It's a lovely rainy Saturday afternoon and we are going to loosen up our joints, work on our balance, and strengthen our core and have a little fun. So happy to have you join me today and hope you're all faring this wonderful coronavirus time. Anyway, let's take those arms up and bring them up to the ceiling. Bring them back down. Let me back up a little bit. Make sure you can see all of me. And then I don't hit anything on the way. Let's do a couple more. Reaching up. You can use your breathing. Take a big inhale as you come up. Exhale down. And this time we're going to lift those arms up. Leave them up there. And then alternate, reaching one arm up as the other comes down. You're going to feel a little movement in the spine, the shoulders. A couple more reaches. And then let's take those arms all the way down. A little rotation at the waist. Try to keep those hips from moving, just turning at the waist. You're going to feel that stretch in the spine. Now let's let those hips come with. Let's turn all the way around. Take an arm, reach it, other side. Go back and forth a couple more times. Don't get dizzy. All right, hips. Hips are going to go back and forth. We're going to bring those feet wider and we're going to come a little lower, side to side, keeping that knee over the ankle as you come over to the side. You don't want to overextend. Do a couple more, side to side. You can feel that stretch on your inner thigh as you lean. All right, reaching down to the floor. Bring those feet in closer. If you can't reach to the floor, that's fine. Roll yourself back up. We're going to do that again. Big shoulder roll right here. Tipping forward, reaching down to the floor. Rolling yourself back up. Another big shoulder roll. One more time. Down to the floor. And lifting yourself back up. And shoulder roll. All right. I want you to balance on one foot. Put all of your weight on this one leg. And then you're going to take this other foot and you're going to step forward. Little step forward or bigger step. Depending on how secure you are, how those knees are working for you today. We're going to go over to the corner. We're going to go over to the side. Might come out of your view a little bit. Oh, made it in there. Go to the back corner. And then you're going to go directly behind. Now, over to this corner. Back here. Back to the front. Maybe this time you're a little bit bigger. So you're just going to slide that foot along. Side. Back corner. Directly behind and over to the back other corner. Now let's switch sides. So we're going to go to the front. Again, you can start a little bit smaller. Knees are doing lots of creaking today. Back corner, directly behind, and then opposite corner. Curtsy lunge here. Forward lunge to the front corner, over to the side, back corner, and directly behind, and curtsy right here. All right. If you have a towel, stretchy band, anything, doesn't matter what you got, something you can hold on to. If it is going to be a stretchy band, get it really close together so you can pull it tight. I want you to be able to pull this tight because we're going to come down For a low squat, we're gonna bring those arms up. Now you have options here. When you squat, you can bring that towel up to the front, or you can bring it a little bit higher. The higher that towel comes up, those arms come up, the little bit more difficult it becomes. Now, when you're doing your squat though, I want you to keep those knees from going over the front of those toes. Hips are pushing towards the back, chest stays up. Lift that towel up overhead. Get you warm really fast. Let's do a couple more of these. I love this move. One more. Perfect. Okay, now we are going to stay down here. Tip forward, nice flat back. And that towel is going to come straight down. Pull that towel towards your chest, bring it back down, and stand it back up. Okay, we're going to do a couple like that, and then we'll change it up. Reaching all the way down, pull that towel up towards your chest, pull it tight, release it down, and stand it back up. One more. Tipping forward, nice flat back. Strong, use those muscles back there, and lift yourself back up. Now, this time, we're gonna reach down right here. That towel is gonna come up. How high? It's up to you. You can bring it right over the top of the head. That's great. Bring it back down, stand it back up. So I wanna make sure that when you're tipping forward, that back is staying nice and flat. All right, and then that towel comes, and you keep holding this move. Those muscles are working hard. Release it back down and lift yourself back up. Let's do one more like that. Tipping forward, bring that towel as high as you can. Release it back down and come back up. That gets you warm fast. All right, laying on the floor. We are going to do a little bit of hip movement here. So I want you to come up into a hip bridge. See what the best view is for you here. Come back a little bit farther. Lift those hips up. Now, leg comes out. It's straight. And then bring it over to the side. Bring it back. This is a hard move. So your options are, when you come up right here, just bring that leg here. You can lift it up overhead, come back down, and release it. Or do that first move. You're lifting, the leg comes out to the side, back down, and release. Get that little rest in between each time. Leg comes out, lift it up or to the side. Release it down. Woo! Let's do one more on this side. Lift it up, squeeze, leg comes out. All right, just give your knees a little bit of a hug right here. And let's go back to the other side. My head's cutting out, but I want to make sure I don't kick anything. So you're lifting the leg, and you're either coming up or you're going to the side. Or if you're feeling pretty good about yourself right now, you're like, hey, I can do either one of those or both of them at the same time. Up like this, and then out to the side. Whichever you would like to do. Big part right here is make sure you're squeezing, lifting, leg comes up, and then do your thing. Okay, a couple more on this side. Left, out. One more. Left, bring that leg out. Whew, hugging those knees. Okay, flip yourself on over. We're gonna go hands and knees now. I think if I should face, I think I'll face you. Get those arms lined up underneath your shoulders. Knees are also square. And we're gonna take leg up to the side. The leg is the only thing lifting. It's bent 90 degrees. It's gonna stay that way. And then we're going to bring it back down for now. Lift it back up again. Keep your hips pointing down, or the other one at least. This one's going to rotate, and then bring it back down. Try not to touch the floor. We're going to do a couple of these, then we're going to switch sides, and then we're going to add a little more difficulty. Make sure I don't run out of time here. All right, let's switch sides. Get yourself repositioned, resetting so that you're facing down. And then that other leg comes up, lower back down. Again, you can leave that knee just hovering over the floor so you're holding yourself up with the other 3 limbs. One more. And then back to this first side. We're going to lift, we're going to straighten, we're going to bring it back and bring it back down. If you want to keep this out of here, you don't have to add this second part. You can just lift and lower like we did before. It's just a little bit more of the move. Working on those hips, all kinds of muscles in there. All right, switching sides. Lift, straighten, bring it back, and lower. Lift, straighten, back, and lower. Let's do 3 more. Check your form. Make sure you're staying square. Sometimes those bodies like to start moving on you. Last one. All right, little child's pose stretch right here. Take a deep breath. Awesome. We're gonna go right into stretching. Stretching, I feel, is the most important part of this class. I just like to get you kind of warmed up, get a little bit of that strength on. Balance is gonna be working for you right now. Well, balance should be working for you right now. So, standing on one leg, 4 corners of the foot into the floor. Stop, bend in that knee, don't lock it. Standing up straight. Keep those legs together. You're gonna push your hips towards the front. You're gonna feel this wonderful stretch from the front of the leg. Throughout your stretching, please make sure that you're taking nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth or nose throughout the stretching. I will remind you often, if you need a chair or something to hold on to, go ahead and grab something. We're going to tip forward, and you're going to pull that ankle up a little bit higher behind you, keeping this long spine still. And now you're going to feel that stretch move into the hip flexor. All right, let's release that. Ankle comes on your knee, one-legged chair. Now you can stay right here and just work on your balance, or lower yourself down. Now you're working on the strength of this leg that's holding you up, keeping your chest up, getting this wonderful stretch on the outside of the leg. Hands can be wherever they need to be. I usually put them here at heart. Take a nice deep breath. Now, for a deeper stretch, you can come down lower, reach for the floor. It's one of my favorite stretches. Lifting yourself back up, hands back to heart, and standing up. We're going to cross the legs here. Both feet are flat on the floor. Tip forward, push your hips towards the back, reach down to the floor. Getting that stretch on the back of the back of the leg, the back of the back leg, and then slowly come back up to standing. Over to the other side. We've been taking a lot of walks. I'm sure some of you have been doing the same. And my hip flexors are tired from all these walks we've been doing. So doing these type of stretches feels great. Tipping forward, ankle comes up higher. And release release that ankle. Rest it on your knee, lowering yourself down or staying up higher. Take a breath. We're going to reach down to the floor. Sometimes you need to catch yourself when you reach down to the floor. Hands back up to heart. And standing back up, crossing those legs, feet around the floor, tipping forward, reaching down. And coming back up. All right, we're gonna lay on the floor. Go ahead and grab your stretchy band or towel. Towel works fine for this too. It's just to give us a little assistance for the stretching of the legs. I'm gonna go a little bit of an angle here. Take that band and put it on your left foot. Oh, yes, feels good. Now, I need you to take a nice deep breath and relax your body on the floor. And just gently pull this leg as you take those deep breaths. And you're going to feel those muscles just kind of releasing. You can bring it across the midline, wherever you feel you need the stretch the most. Feels so good. Now, holding onto the band with your right hand, lay that left arm out on the floor and let this leg drop to the left. It may not reach the floor, that's perfectly fine. Just holding on with this band, let it go as far as you can. And then we're going to take that leg, bring it back up to the top. Turn myself a little bit, let that leg go the other direction. Again, trying to keep your body on the floor as much as possible. Relax and just let that leg go over to the side. You're going to feel this stretch on the outside of that leg. Hoping you do anyway. And bring that leg back up. Now we're going to switch that band over to the other side and do the same thing. So nice deep breaths. Relax yourself on the floor. Let all the muscles just kind of turn into jello. Giving that little leg, or that leg a little stretch. Pull it towards you, nice and gently. Deep breaths. Holding on with your left hand, let that leg drop over to the right side. And bring it back up, switching over to the other side. Now, if you normally take this class with me, you know we stretch usually a little bit longer. We gotta abbreviate the class a little bit. If anybody out there would like written instructions, I have this in a Word document. I can always send that off to you. If you want to do this at home and do it longer, I'm willing to share that with you. All right, so taking that band, just put it off to the side. Keep this right leg bent 90 degrees. Use your left hand to push that leg over the other. Turn your head to the other side, towards the right. Feeling that stretch in the back again into the hips. Take a deep breath, relax, and over to the other side. And I'm just moving back a little bit because I feel like I'm almost out of the picture here. Taking that right ankle, resting it on your left knee, then wrap your hands around that leg and pull towards you. Take a deep breath. Oh, it feels good. And over to the other side. Again with a deep breath. And And then we're going to put our hands behind our legs. Our legs are together. Roll yourself up and catch yourself here. You can keep those legs up if you like. Nice flat back. Deep breath. And if you'd like, you can let go of those legs. Wasn't ready for that. I almost tipped right over. Working on our core strength here. Go ahead and hold on to those legs again. We're just going to round out the back a little, giving it a stretch. Coming back up again. See if you can bring those feet up higher. Straightening those legs while keeping your balance. All right. Releasing those down. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together for butterfly stretch. Sitting up tall, tipping forward into the stretch. Take a deep breath. All right. Bring those feet out about 6 inches and just reach towards the front with a deep breath. Releasing yourself back up, find a comfortable position. We're going to stretch out the triceps one at a time, hand between the shoulder blades, sitting up tall, pushing on that elbow. And other side. All right, we're going to stand up. Take your band with you when you stand up. We're going to pull that over the head, bending the elbows 90 degrees. And then push the elbows towards the back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath. Feeling that stretch in the front. It's a great posture corrector right here. All right, up overhead. Hands come closer together and then lean towards the back. Release those arms down. We are going to hold that band behind our back and then tip yourself forward and just let those arms kind of fall over the top of your head. Again, no worries as far as how far things move for you as you keep working on it. Your flexibility and mobility will get a little bit better. Go ahead and stand back up. You can put your bands down. A little bit of a shoulder stretch here. Pull over to the side. Tilting your head in the same direction as you're pulling over to the other side. Feeling that stretch on the top of the shoulder and into the side of the neck. All right. Now, mobility squat time or paleo chair. This is our goal, to come down as low as you can with a nice straight back. Taking some nice deep breaths. Now, if this is not where you are ending up, again, no worries. You can rest yourself here. If you lift up on your heels, sometimes it makes it easier to come down lower. So go ahead and do what you can do. Just take a few deep breaths. That nice tall spine. We're going to go over to one side. Back yourself up again. So you're going to have your toe pointing a little bit at an angle, resting this elbow on this knee. This leg is straight. Reaching your arm up and over. Make yourself a little bit longer right here. Take a deep breath. And then let's take this arm all the way around. You can straighten this leg now and reach down or keep it resting. Raising this arm up towards the ceiling, and if you can, look up at your hand. I always feel a nice stretch in the spine right here, this rotation. Up and over to the other side. So resting on your knee, take this arm. Nice long line. I never get to see myself doing this. So I'm like, not quite as straight as I thought I was. Take a breath here. And let's bring this arm all the way around. Again, you can stay resting. Straighten that leg. And then reaching up, keeping that chest pointing forward, looking up towards your hand. And up to center. All right, down to the floor. Again, we go. We're gonna start out with a cat and cow stretch. So we're going to be hands and knees, like we were before, nice square. That's kind of a rectangle, but you know what I mean. We're gonna round up the back, pull that chin towards the chest. Inhale here. And as you exhale, look up towards the ceiling, arching that back. Let's do a couple more of those. This is great for the spine. And releasing. And one more time. All right. We are going to take the left foot forward, or your right. I'm usually facing with my participants, but I want to face towards you guys. So you can mirror me and just ignore me or what I'm saying. Or if you'd like to go how you normally would if you do this class with me, take those hands down towards the front of this foot, up and over to the other side. We're going to do this 4 more times. I want you to rotate, and those arms are going to be that nice extension. You're going to move with those arms, reaching up towards the ceiling, back down to the foot, keeping your balance. One more. And then we're going to take these hands down to the floor, and you're going to push that back leg back farther if you can. You can stay right here, take a deep breath, or if you want, you can lower yourself down to your forearms. And we're going to lift ourselves back up. Now you can stay on your knee or come up onto your toes in the back so your leg is straight. Hand stays on the floor here. Other arm reaches up. And we're going to look up towards the ceiling again, getting that rotation. These type of movements are great for you, for your body to be able to turn and move like this. Bring that hand back down. Now holding onto the floor, take a step back with that front foot. Turn the other one so it's facing this way. Then lean into this leg. You want to keep this knee behind the toes. Push your hips towards the back. You're going to feel this hamstring stretch right here. Come back down onto this knee. We're going to go into Pigeon Stretch. So taking this front leg, crossing it in front of you. Other leg comes back behind. You can stay sitting up in this particular move, or you can lay on top of that leg. Either way, I want you to try to relax the best you can. Take some deep breaths. And let's come back up. Bend both these legs 90 degrees. So the front leg is 90 to the front, 90 to the side. And just take a reach over to the side. Deep breath here. Go ahead and sit back up and then face forward. Take a deep breath right here, reaching. Now let's get those feet behind us for down dog. We're gonna take our head and push it right between those arms. We have a soft bend in the knees. And then let's walk those hands back towards the feet. Just let yourself hang a little bit right here. Feel the spine open up. And let's slowly come back up to standing and repeat that sequence on the other side. So we're going to come down onto this other knee. Hands come together, reaching for the front, rotating, reaching up. And bring those hands down to the floor, push that leg back. You can stay up on the hands and lower down to the forearms. Deep breath. Back up onto the hands and come up on those back toes if you can. Hand stays on the floor. This one reaches up, rotate, look up toward your hand. Come back on down. Hold on to the floor, take a step back with this front foot, turn the other one, lean into that leg. Feeling that hamstring stretch here. Deep breath. And come back down onto that knee. Front leg is going to cross in front of you. And push that other leg back behind you. Take a couple deep breaths here. Sit back up, 90-90 with the legs. Reach on over to the side, deep breath. Facing forward, reaching, deep breath. And we're gonna sit back up. Bring those legs straight out in front of you, reaching in front. Go ahead and sit back up, deep breath right here, arms up. And that is the end of our stability mobility class. Thank you so much for joining me. I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you all again. Have a great day.